very first narrative, the little blip where they talk about the father bringing Rocco into the ocean. It was very descriptive and very evocative. I thought that that home video was really beautifully shot to say that it was a home video, and baby Rocco, all of that was really emotionally moving and did a great job setting the stage for the story of Rocco and neurodivergent children and surfing. All of those things were really well woven into that story. So I think the directors, producers did a really great job cementing the story in that moment. As you move forward, I think the documentary does a great job of weaving autism and surfing and how the two inform one another, and building out Rocco's narrative in a way that's really empathetic and really paints him as a full-bodied individual. There's such a great so many great explanations and so many great like sound bites about what autism is and the different types and how it informs children and the ways that you rear them, and just really smart to have those things up front to better contextualize Rocco's experience on the water and how it's informed by that experience. I love the bit about emotions in science, and I feel like that was a big part of the theme about how do we incorporate our emotional sciences into the physical sciences and how the two inform one another. And I think Rocco really embodied those themes, and his story really embodied those themes. And it was really great to have that scientist come in and better explain the ways in which Rocco and other people maybe have their emotions inform the way that they view the world and inform the science of their brain chemistry and how that may affect the things that bring them joy and how joy can actually be seen and quantified. All those things were really beautiful, and the more that they weave in bits of the community, I kind of loved how Rocco's world really expanded, and you start really insular with him and his brain chemistry, and then you get into his parents, and then slowly we get into the community and all the people that have been affected by his story, and including those who are the viewer.
I mean, it honestly, there were several moments where it brought tears to my eyes. This had some amazing cinematography. I mean, I loved the opening music. It really got your attention and drew you in to this story of this family. I think that it was pretty amazing that Rocco did not let his autism stand in the way, and neither did his family. Kudos to his mom and dad for they believed in him. They believed in him and believed that he could do anything. And that's such a cool thing. I really liked what the mom had said, and I'm going to have to read it because I don't want to misquote her. But she said the words of wisdom about releasing the life you thought you were going to have so you can embrace the life that is right in front of you. It's incredibly profound. And I think that we all need to do more of that. It was such a beautiful sentiment. This entire film was so beautiful. It was bonding between a father and a son, bonding between a mother and a son, and a whole family coming together to face challenges that they faced with autism, but they're doing it together. They're doing it as a family unit. And it was just absolutely incredible.
The beginning was so neat. I love the opening shots, really beautiful cinematography and landscape there. And love the narrator. I don't know who the narrator was. I didn't look, but great voice and narration in the beginning. It just reminded me of a film, like almost like a kid's film, but it was just so well, just professional and great. And of course, I thought this was going to be about a child surfer, and it was, but it was also extra. It was a lot more than that. Just a beautiful story about faith over fear, teamwork, relying on each other, really paying attention to each other and being present. Whether you're autistic or not, I think we should take that as a lesson from this as well. And I love how they said they're not just special needs, they're special gifts that these kids and anybody who has autism has. That's a good reminder not to just look at the needs, but also the gifts. Great music throughout. This had a beautiful story. I mean, this family, this husband and wife too, are just so involved in their child's life. I mean, so involved. They didn't take the easy road out, whatever that would have been for them. But they're really involved in the fact that the dad really didn't see the child as, oh, well, there's something wrong with him. I can't now do the things that I wanted to do to bond with him. And I just think it was really cool to watch him like dancing on the surfboard and just jumping up and being in his element ever since he was a baby. So great job. I really like this.
This is a film that explores autism, and I thought it was very informative on the subject. It paints a very clear and rich portrait of autism in a very short amount of time. Probably my favorite thing about this film is how strongly Rocco's personality comes through. The film shows him as a kid who is sweet and loving and likes to have fun. And in showing him that way, the film just has zero pity. It's just full acceptance, which was really great to watch. This is just such a compassionate film, and it's so full of humanity. It's hopeful and it's heartwarming, and I think the filmmakers did a really great job.
Sometimes when you're watching a documentary, people just kind of like shove facts in your face, and it's almost like a harsh way of learning something, and serves its purpose and has its, time and place. But I really liked how they approached this with a really, like I said, like a kind of gentle way of approaching how to tell Rocco's story and how to, explain about autism and the spectrum and these different struggles and what kind of his journey has meant, not just for him, but his whole family. And I liked their approach. I thought it was really respectful and really educational, and at the end of the day, that's what's really important.
And I think it's told very well. It's full of lots of emotion. The father, you could really see his emotions through the entire story, and I think it's a very heartwarming story, and it's a very real story that many people probably can relate to at some bit of it, and so that's why I think it's like really well done.